Hello friends, welcome to Susie's Unique Designs. Today I am going to be making a custom order wreath, and this is the sign I'm going to be using. It says, "Welcome to our lake house." They wanted to give it as a gift to a family. So I have some gray and white striped mesh, deco mesh, and then some white, snowdrift mesh, and that's 10.5-inch mesh. And then I have some turquoise and cream, just a solid turquoise, black, gray, and white plaid, and this one has a decoration on it that's really pretty. And then just a plain gray. And then I have some of this, which is the 7/8. So one of these I might use like in the bow. But I like to have kind of a few different options here. So I'm going to get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating my base. So I'm going to set all of this aside because we need to cut our mesh first. Let me find my basket here to put my ribbon in. I think we'll do 9 cuts because we have a pretty big wreath that we're making for this. So we're just going to kind of fluff it up a little bit. Gently separate my mesh. And it doesn't matter which one you start with. And what we're going to do, I'll set this aside over here. I'm going to show you one way or a couple ways to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do something that's called the woodland ruffle. And excuse my band-aid, I cut my fingernail too short today, so it just hurt a little bit. So you roll it just once, maybe twice like that. Then you pinch it down in the middle like this, and then you're just gonna ruffle it. You're gonna just walk your hands right up the middle. Just keep gently doing this, and I have something heavier on the end so that the mesh doesn't roll back on itself. So just take your time, and you're just walking your fingers up, and when you get almost to the end, then you're going to do the same thing on this side. You're just going to roll it once or twice, bring it together, okay? And then you have a bow tie, and you have like 2 curls here. You can flip it over. It's kind of like you have a bow tie. And if you need to gently tug at it a little bit to adjust it, perfect. We're just going to add a little bit of mesh to our wreath first. So we did it that way. The other way you can do it is you can just hold it on the front of you on yourself. Just use your fingers. I don't know if you can see this, I guess. And you can just roll it like this a couple times. It's kind of hard to show you this way. And roll it again a couple times like this, and then just ruffle it right in till you meet each other like this. And so then we'll put it over here. We'll just skip a few and add another piece in here facing down. And then we'll just use the pine branches there, whatever, to tie it in. Just once is all you need to do. Just like that. And so we're just going to alternate back and forth like that. Go with this is like a gray and white fabric mesh, and this is a snowdrift mesh. So they're both really pretty. So I'm going to just hold it again up here like this by me, and then I'm just rolling it in a couple times, and then ruffle, ruffle, ruffle till you get to the center like this, and then add it just a little ways away from the last one. And just twist it once. So it's just, you know, there's just a little space in between them. Like that. Okay. And we have our gray here. I'm just going to keep doing this. Roll it a couple times to protect the edges, and then just ruffle it together. Okay, and let's go here. Add it right in here. There we go. Is fine, or what technique you want to do is just fine. It's your design. You can do, you know, however you like to do. I'm just showing you a different way. So I'll show you the other way that I did before, and that is you can put something heavier on one end, and then you can roll it a couple times here, go into the middle, and just pinch it, and then just walk your hands right up the middle. You can just go like this, right up the middle. It helps when you have striped mesh, so you have like a line to follow, but you don't have to. So just roll it in and pinch it like that. So then you have the same thing as we have with the messy ruffle. Okay, so then we'll put this one facing down. Okay, and there we go. There, we have our top done. So now on the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. So I actually picked a gray, so I'll start over on the white, and we're just going to go down to the bottom part here and grab two of the pine branches and just twist it once, and that's all. See how pretty that looks? Okay. And I cut these at 22 inches long. And I still have a little mesh from each roll left over, so that works out good. Yeah, so we just need like one more gray and one more white right here. Oh, here it is. See, they stick together, so sometimes. So it did work out. I did 9 cuts, so I have 18 pieces of mesh in here. It was just stuck. It was hiding. There. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera, but it is nice and full. It looks really pretty. And I will put a picture of this at the end so you guys can see what it looks like on a door. So here's our sign again. I'll just show you again. I think that's going to be so pretty. And then we'll add our tails in next. So let's cut some ribbon. Okay, so we're going to do 13-inch tails. That's kind of what I like most of the time. 13 seems like a good number for me. So we're going to do 4 different ribbons. So we'll need 9 of each one. Ribbon, and I just take it like this. Oops, let me move these out of the way here so there's not so much. So I take my colors that I'm going to use like this. And for me, I usually like to put my ribbon a little bit higher up. If you want, you can just put it right in the middle, you know, whatever your preference is, okay? So I put it up here like this, and then I fold it in half and set it aside. And I'm going to do this all. So then we'll get them all together, and then when we're making, adding them into our wreath, it'll be easy just to grab them quick, and we won't, you know, mess up like the pattern or something. It just makes things easier and neater, I guess you would say. Okay, so now we have these all cut and put together. So now what I'm going to do is take it and then just alternate it back and forth. With these signs, this is just a metal sign, is I like to take a jewelry hole puncher. These at your craft store too. Okay, so we have 2 pieces, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch 2 little holes in the sign and then put my wire through it. And we're just going to go right here, and you just, it's pretty easy to do. Oops, because it's nice and thin. So I just did it pretty small. And then right next to it, just a little ways away, I like 2 little holes I found. So I just have 2 little holes. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. And then I'll go across from it and do 2 little holes on this side. There we go. And there we go. So we have 2 little holes. And then we can put our wire through it. A pipe cleaner goes through it. Okay, so now we're going to add our ribbon into our wreath, our ribbon tails. This is a nice big wreath. And so here's our center point. Okay. And we're just, it kind of gets to be, the wreath gets to be kind of big sometimes here, but it's all good. So here's my little center point. All I'm going to do is just pinch it like this, and just teeny tiny like this. Pinch it in the middle like this, and then make it like a V, and just pull your tails down like this so that they are somewhat even. Okay, so you just have teeny tiny in the middle, and we have the wire in it, and we just pull it down like this. So I just twist once like that, and there you go. And then we'll do the white one next, and that's going to be this here. Okay, just twist it like this. When it snags like that, just be gentle with it, and if it doesn't come undone right away, just take your scissors and gently cut it. There we go. here. There we go. There, that's going to be really nice. Okay, we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. So here is the gray one now. You can do this. Just follow the steps that I said. I'll have the directions in the description, and you can make a beautiful wreath like this as well. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you would like to see me make. Okay. And then I'm just adding it again here. I'm just going to continue to do this all the way around, and then when I get done with the top, well, I'm almost done with the top, we're just going to continue on the bottom as well. So I'm just going to keep adding my ribbon tails, just one at a time here. Isn't that pretty? Can you guys see that? That's so pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to just do the bottom ones, and then we'll add our sign. Let's see here, we'll start anywhere, I guess, like start with the gray over here. Okay. It's nice with the wired ribbon because you can kind of move it however you need to move it, you know, with the wire, and it just looks nice. It can stay. You can kind of use your hands and kind of roll them underneath the wire, which makes it kind of have a little bit of a curve like that, which is kind of fun. Okay. And all mesh will fray, but when you do the method that I showed you, the woodland ruffle, or the messy ruffle, whatever, either way, whatever you call it, you're rolling the edges in a little bit so it helps protect the edges so it won't fray as easily. Oops. Oh, my ribbon's falling. Okay. Okay, so then I'm just gonna, oops, so we have one there. Okay, so I gotta skip that. We do have a white one here. Oh, here we go. It was just hiding. Sometimes the mesh is funny how it, you just have to watch it. We'll get it here. Okay. Let's see, here's this one. Then we have the gray here. Okay. Oops. Okay. I think my husband got home. He's gonna look at my battery in my vehicle. Today it decided just to stop working. That was fun. Go to the grocery store and get groceries, and then my vehicle didn't start. But thank goodness he was able to come and fix it real quick at the store. So I think he's gonna see if I need a new battery or something. So okay, oops. We're almost there. We're getting there. We have a few more left. This is looking really nice. This turquoise and the black, and I think it's gonna really be nice here. Hope they like it. Oops, I'm so sorry. Here we go. I hope you can see. Hope it wasn't off camera. Sometimes I get in my groove here and I forget to look up here, so hopefully you could see that. Let's see here, we're just gonna untwist this one here. I'm gonna make sure I come over here so you guys can see again. Like I said, it gets to be a big area here. Okay, so I'm just, here's my center point. I'm just pinching it teeny tiny, walking my hands up and pinching it tiny, pulling my ribbon tails down to make them where they are even and stuff. There we go. This is our last one, and then we get to add our sign in and make our bow. Either one or two bows. I have to see here. Okay, there we go. This looks really nice. Like I said, I'll take a picture of this on the door so you guys can see, you know, the full, like what it looks like actually. When you're making a mesh wreath, sometimes it's hard to see on this view because it just gets big. This right now is, this is a 24 inch wreath. Okay, so now we will add our sign in the middle here. On this wreath particular, there is a little loop, so I'm glad I looked. If you forget to look, it's okay. You can add it anywhere, but since it's there, I'm going to add my sign. So it's right up here. Okay, so I'm going to add my sign right here. And this wire just will go right through the mesh. So you're just going to go down through the mesh here, which also helps kind of hide the wire a little bit. And this is probably maybe like the most challenging part of making this wreath. It's not too bad. It just takes a little bit of patience. But it's not too bad. Okay. I have to turn this over just a little bit so I can see. Here we go. And what I do is, oops, oh, here we go. Just make sure you're either on a cross bracket or one of the wire frames, so that you have it hooked onto something. Now I'm just gonna twist it just like maybe once or twice, not real tight, so that I can adjust it on the other side as well. Okay, so let me just look at this once here. Here is the top of here. Okay, and so we'll just add this right here. I'm going to turn it like this. And I'll show you the back in just a minute. Let me just put this through the mesh again. And through the other side. Kind of nice. I have two crossbars back here. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it here, and I'm just twisting it a couple times. This side, I did it just a couple times. I'm going to do it just a little bit tighter. You don't want to pull your sign so tight that you suck it into your wreath. You want it kind of just on the top. Yeah, this is definitely thicker wire than what I'm used to using. Okay, so I'm just going to set it like that for a minute. I will trim this off when I get it all done. Oh, this looks so pretty. Let's make a bow. I'm going to set this big wreath over here on my easel, just by hand if you want as well. But I will put my affiliate link, my Amazon affiliate link, in the description for this. I have a few different bow makers. I like them all. I tend to use this one quite a bit. So, especially when I'm teaching others. So let's see here. I think what we're gonna do, I'm just looking at my options here. So we have this is a nice big bow. So I'm gonna do, I think we'll start with this one here with the turquoise. And I'm gonna check out, usually what I do is hold my tail up to my project to kind of see how long I want it. Okay, so let's see, this is, I would say let's do about 10-inch tails on this one because it's a 24-inch wreath, so it's a pretty large wreath. Okay, and then let's do 6-inch loops. So I'm gonna go 2, I should say 1 loop on each side. Okay, so I should start over so I can tell you what I was doing. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're gonna do 10-inch tails and just twist and set it into the pegs like that. I have other bow videos on my YouTube channel that you can watch for as well for different style bows. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the 6-inch mark, and I just use my hand as a guide and then pull this taunt over to the center, to the pegs. And then I set it on my mat here, and then I just pinch it teeny tiny, twist, and then set it into the pegs. So my tip is this, that if you, for me, I twisted away from myself. I think I do it the same on both times, and that's what I will say, is try to keep your twists consistent. So let's see, so we can't see it, so I'm just gonna pull my tail down, and I'm gonna go over to the 6, and I'm gonna set it right. I don't have to twist because I'm just gonna do 1 on each side. Okay, and then we'll put this tail going up, and we'll just do a smaller tail, maybe like 6 inches. Okay, we'll just go like that. So next, let's see, next we're gonna go with, let's see, we could do the, let's do some white. This is 2.5-inch ribbon, it's wired. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna do the tail going up. Excuse me. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna do about an 8-inch tail. Just like this side is. I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna twist and put my tail towards the top here. And we'll do 6-inch loops again. So this one, I must have bumped it, so I'm just gonna gently pull this over so it's at the 6. And use my hand again, and we'll go like this. And twist and set it in there. And then go over to the 6 again. And then we'll just put it in the pegs like this and come down about the same as this one is. Okay. Okay, so we have this one. So now let's do, I think we'll do the black now. Well, actually, let's see here. I'm gonna look. We have gray and this other gray. Let's see. I have so many choices. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I changed my mind and I think I would like to put this gray, gray, white, and black in here. And I think I'm gonna go with it in this section here. So I think what we're gonna do, we'll just change this around a little bit. We're gonna go with the 8 inches here. Just like we did the white, we'll do this in here. Just to break it up, oops, and then before I go in there, you have to go here, then you twist, and we'll put this up here like this. Go back over to the 6. Let's go here like this. Okay. Cut this off here down here. And then all I'm going to do is we're just going to flip this one around a little bit. So we'll go over here, we're going to twist. We have our tail going up like this. Let me do that again. Sorry. We're going to go here, then we're going to twist, have our tail go up here like this. Then we'll twist. Then we'll go back over to the 6 and bring this tail down like this. There we go. Oops, make sure this is at the 6. Okay. I'm gonna have to pound my pegs in just a tiny bit more. Okay, just like that. Then the next one we're gonna do is I think we'll do this other one now. We'll do this pretty one. So we did this here, this one here. Put the tail up here. Put this up here like that. Just kind of moving my tails around, or my loops around, I should say. making it like an X. There we go. So pretty. Okay, then I think we'll do this pretty one now. This one I might do as long as this is, so we can curl it up just a little bit. I like to curl my tails up just a little bit. And I think we're gonna do 2 loops on this one. We're gonna come in just a little bit more, so probably about, let's see, this is here, probably about like 5.5. So we gotta pinch, twist. I think we'll do 2 loops on each side. Come in just a little bit and twist. Okay, make this tail go up here. And I think just to tie it all together, we'll use this gray ribbon again. Except for this one, sometimes you get a ribbon and it's kind of cut like that, which is a bummer, but sometimes that happens. It's okay, just cut that off. So we're gonna go with our tail up again here. Twist. And we're just gonna do one of these loops here. Same, like 5.5. That will look really pretty. And then we're gonna go let's see here. We have okay, so now we're gonna do a solid black, about the same size as this, roughly, like 8 inches about, I would say. Twist and put it in the center pegs. make it the same size as these are, so probably roughly about 5.5 inches. And then twist, set it down in the pegs. We'll do just one loop on each side with this one. And twist. Oops, nope. I mean, sorry. Just set it in there because we're just bringing it down. There we go. Set that aside. Okay, and then we're going to do the gray one here. And we'll do two, I think, of these. So we're going to come down here like this, twist, set it in there. So funny. Just push it down in there. And let's do just a little bit smaller than the black one. Okay, twist, set it in there. A little bit smaller so you can see them all. Okay, come over here just a little smaller. Pinch. And set it down in there like this. Oops, and this goes like this. Like that. And then to finish it off, we'll have the turquoise on top with the, this is a 7/8 inch ribbon. In here, we're going to do a loop on each side and a center loop. Like a little button loop to hide our zip tie. So we'll come in, probably about another inch we'll come in, roughly, and then set this down in here like that. About an inch, and then pinch, twist like that. And then we're going to do just a little button loop. So it'll be just a little loop. We still want to pinch it though to give it, it'll look nicer when you pinch it like that and have teeny tiny in the center. It does. Okay, so there's that. There, now we got our nice big bow. With our big wreath, and we'll adjust all of these as we get it onto the project. Okay, so now what I like to do, excuse me, is I do a zip tie, and I'm going to grab one of my longer ones. I like to put them in these plastic containers. Somebody else I saw do that the other day, and I thought, that's really a great idea. Okay, so now we have our longer zip tie, and then I have these long zip ties, pipe cleaners that you can get from DecoExchange. I think they are 20 inches long. And if you don't have one of these, you can just take two shorter ones and twist them together. Okay, so now I'm going to stand up for this one. We want to make sure that the buckle is facing down. We're going to go and make sure we lift all the layers up. Okay, set our zip tie in there. Push it down and just get it started here. This is an 8-inch zip tie. You can use bigger ones or whatever you want to do, but 8 I would say as a minimum because we have a big bow. Okay, now just gently pull up your ribbon. And then I still like to use my hands to pull it off. And then you have a stack like this. So then you just pull it over a little bit into the center. Pull your zip tie to the back. So we have a pretty big stack. So don't let go. We're going to keep tightening it a little bit more. Then I push it like that with my thumb so I can get the pipe cleaner back there. Okay, like this. Then I zip it up a little bit tighter. Not all the way yet though, because we got to adjust our tails and stuff like that. So let's move our stuff out of the way here. Okay, so you can just pull your tails like all forward. Like this. Well, not all of the tails. The ones that are down here, we pull them forward. These ones up here we have on the top. Okay, then we have our loops. We want to adjust those. We'll put our center loop. See, there's our zip tie. So we just pull this center one over and now it's hidden. Okay, go like this. So I'm just going to hold on to it. But if I let go now it won't fall apart. But I still can adjust this yet to how I would like it to look. So there. So we have, let's see, we have this loop needs to come down because we have a tail up here. So we kind of want to make an X. And then this is up here like that. And like I said, as we get it on the project, we can adjust it as well too. Okay, so you just takes a little time, just move them around where you want them to be. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so now I'm going to just start dovetailing them. So I just fold it in half like this. And then I cut it at an angle. I just fold it in half like this. There you go. You're going to have all different lengths up here. There we go. Okay. And so for these, I usually like to curl these up a little bit, but I think what I might do, let's see, so we'll start at the bottom. Maybe do a little bit shorter on this one here. There we go. And then we have this one here. Oops. I want a little bit, when you cut it across, it doesn't really give you the dovetail. So I go a little bit more of an angle. There we go. Okay, so these ones, I think I'm gonna dovetail as well. Sometimes I'll curl these, but I think I'm going to just dovetail them and curl just these little ones here. So I think when I say that, I'm gonna pull them down like this together. And then usually I cut them at an angle like that. Let me just move some of my mess here. Oops. Okay. So now that we see, oops, see there's more little pieces. So now that we see that we like this a lot better, I'm gonna flip this over before I forget. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it up here. Now I'm just gonna pull it tight. Okay, then I'm gonna use my wire cutters, not my scissors, and cut that off. Next, we're gonna add this to our project. And then we'll curl our ribbons up that we want. Okay, so I'm just gonna take my wreath and we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the sign. And I'm just gonna put it here. I'm probably gonna have to cut these shorter, but I'm just gonna thread my pipe cleaners right through the mesh. And because this is so thick, it's nice to use those longer pipe cleaners. Otherwise you end up pulling your bow too tight, you know, and you're sucking your bow in, and you don't want that either. So that's why these, I always suggest either twisting 2 pipe cleaners together if you don't have the 21-inch ones from DecoExchange. And you might be able to get them other places now too, I'm not sure, but I'll put my affiliate link in the description. Okay, there we go. So I'm just gonna look at the back once. Okay, so what it looks like is I have it right here. So if I twist it, it doesn't have anything that it's holding on to. So what I like to do is have it hold on to maybe the frame, at least one side of it. So what I'm doing is I just ran it underneath here, and we're gonna go like this. Now I'm just gonna twist it a couple times, and then I'm gonna look at it, just like we did with the sign, to make sure you can still kind of adjust it. Let me see here. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'll put it on the door, and then I'm going to trim down my tails a little bit more. And then I will take a picture of it and put it at the end. You'll see it at the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. This is gonna be so pretty. So all I'm gonna do with my tails here is I just take it and I just roll with my fingers like this, and I just roll it up like this, teeny tiny, and then I take the inside of it and just pull it out, and then you have a little curl. So just roll it under itself, and then pull it out like that. And that's what's also nice about the wide ribbon. And then you can just take your hands, your fingers, and just run them underneath, and then you get a little curl on your ribbon as well, your bow, to make, you know, to make your loops kind of pop, or your tails pop up a little bit. And then to fluff your ribbon, all you do is you just take your fingers in here and you just move them around, and it poofs up your loops. Because you made this beautiful bow, you don't want a flat bow. But when you ship it to someone as a gift, or if you sell it or something, you know, it might be a little bit flat when your customer gets it. And all they have to do is just put their fingers in there a little bit, and you just fluff it up like this because it's the wired ribbon, and then you're all good to go. So, okay, well, I am going to go and take pretty pictures on my door, and then I'll post them at the end of this video, because we want to trim these down a little bit more so it's not covering our sign. But I think this turned out so pretty. Thank you again for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel if you'd like to be notified when I bring more content on my channel.